President Trump has taken credit for saving Ukrainian soldiers ahead of his high-stakes call with the Russian President Vladimir Putin tonight. Live to Trudy McIntosh in Washington, D.C. Trudy, hello again. So what are we expecting with this call?
Well, the president has just flagged that he'll be speaking with Vladimir Putin tomorrow morning DC time for this, as you call it, high-stakes phone call. This is about getting Russia to agree to this 30-day ceasefire proposal that's on the table, one that's been agreed to in the broad by Ukraine. But the details of this are still yet to be worked out. Last night on Air Force One, the president flagged that there'd be a number of things that would come up here in terms of on the discussion. Land, obviously, territorial concessions that will need to be made. He also referenced power plants as one of the issues that will be discussed, likely a reference to the nuclear power plant that's now in Russian hands. But just in the last few minutes, the president has taken credit for saving Ukrainian soldiers. This is likely a reference to what's been happening in Kursk. Ukrainian troops were able to advance into Russian territory, hold that until earlier this month when Russia was really able to go on the counter-offensive. The hope from President Zelensky had been having that Russian territory could be a bargaining chip as part of these negotiations, but in the last week or so, they've been forced to retreat. This was President Trump's remarks a short time ago in Washington.
I'm speaking with President Putin of Russia to save some soldiers who are in deep trouble. They're captured. Essentially, they're surrounded by Russian soldiers. I believe if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't be here any longer. I was able to get them not to do anything at this moment. But it's a bad situation in Russia, and it's a bad situation in Ukraine. The only reason I'm involved, and this is Russia and Ukraine, but a lot of people, it's humanity. I'm involved for humanity.
The president also not backing away from that Oval Office encounter with President Zelensky. He believes that that was crucial in getting the Ukrainian side to agree to the ceasefire proposal. But there's still a lot of unrest in Europe about what happened in the Oval Office. French President Emmanuel Macron among them. He has tweeted in a statement today he wants to ensure that during this phone call that Russia proves it truly wants to accept peace and goes on to say enough deaths, enough lives destroyed and enough disruption. We've certainly seen that lingering anger. A low-profile MP from France in the European Parliament has now taken a jibe saying they want the Statue of Liberty back. It was given as a gift more than 140 years ago by France, and this MP says that it shouldn't be here anymore because Trump has been siding with so-called tyrants. This was the right of reply from the White House.
Absolutely not. And my advice to that unnamed low-level French politician would be to remind them that it's only because of the United States of America that the French are not speaking German right now. So they should be very grateful to our great country.
It's technically, Pete, I looked it up, it might have been a gift, but it's now US property, so you can't take it back unless the US wants to give it back, and it seems they don't.
Yeah, fair enough response there too. Trudy, thank you.